a packed show tonight. I chat with the UFC champion, the winner of this year's Madden cover vote, and Deadspin writer Greg Howard. But first, let's take a look back, as always, at the week in sports. The Mets gave away fedoras to fans at a game this week, forcing Mets fans to figure out what to do with that extra fedora. Tony Romo is on Twitter now. You can tell he's verified because next to his name, there's a little blue check mark. CSI will end its run with a 2-hour movie that will air on September 27th. This came as exciting news to everyone's Aunt Kathy. Congrats, Kath. A Georgia man was arrested this week for breaking the window of a hot car to free a dog from inside. The man, not a fan of hot dogs. That was bad. A fan was caught on camera stealing an iPad during a live Fox Sports post-game soccer broadcast. He thought no one saw him, but newsflash, dude, you're on Fox Sports after a soccer game, so, like, 1,000 people saw you. Sometimes 1,500, depends on the day. Fans voted this week on which NFL player would grace the cover of Madden NFL 16. It came down to a choice between Rob Gronkowski from the Patriots and Odell Beckham Jr. from the Giants. And in the end, the fans chose OBJ, making him the youngest player to ever be featured on the cover. Now, in Madden 15, OBJ boasts some pretty impressive player ratings. A 96 in speed, a 97 in acceleration, a 95 in spectacular catch, but what kind of numbers would he put up if Madden ratings were assigned to more mundane life tasks? What's your Madden rating for snuggling?
0.
0?
Yeah.
You're anti-snuggle.
Anti.
0, that's lower than your throw accuracy deep rating, which by the way is a 1.
It's definitely more than a 1.
It's literally a 1.
It's in the
What about driving?
I'm about a 98. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Whoa. Cooking.
About 50-50 on that. It depends what we want to make.
Let's say we're making chicken parm.
I can make the chicken and just throw some parm on. It would be good. But
Throw some parm on it.
Yep.
So you're gonna give yourself a what? A
56.
56. Good rating. Selfie taking.
I'm alright with a selfie game. Selfie game's strong.
It's pretty tight, your
Right.
selfie game.
I give it a 90. You know, it's
A
not perfect.
90.
It could be better with some filters or something. I don't
Yeah,
really like to use a filter.
you could get a little fancier. What's your Madden rating for ability to answer the same questions for 24 straight hours on a 4-letter network?
How about a 96? I'm definitely up there.
You are up there. You handled it so well. 0 for snuggling, and I'm very upset.
2. I'll give it a 3. A 3.
A 3?
A 5.
A 5. It's
Yeah.
going up every second.
No, it just depends. Sometimes it's a 5, sometimes it's a 6, you know? When it's time for me to go to sleep, I'm a 2, you know?
Because you don't want to touch when you're sleeping.
I just want to go to sleep.
Like, I'll snuggle right up until I'm ready to sleep, and then I'm like, get away from me. OBJ is a very good sport, and later in the show you'll see why he earns himself a 94 in ability to get really weird. And lastly, quick update on the story that just won't die. The Patriots issued their official rebuttal to the Wells Report on Thursday by way of the website wellsreportcontext.com, which is embarrassing. Solid points are made, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't even matter because it's impossible to separate that from all the crazy. The best/worst part of, what was it, Wells Report was an insidejob.com, is the explanation it offers for this text message from locker room attendant Jim McNally to equipment assistant John Jastrzemski. Nice, dude. Jimmy needs some kicks. Let's make a deal. Come on, help the deflator. Here is the Patriots' explanation. Deflate was a term they used to refer to losing weight. This banter and Mr. McNally's goal of losing weight meant Mr. McNally was the deflator. Come on, New England. There are 100 better ways to explain your way out of that text. To help you out, here are 6 of them. Mr. McNally was referring to himself as the deflator sarcastically. He's joking that he's the deflator because he knows he's innocent, and Deflategate is a joke. Like when I make a mistake at work and say, man, good thing I screwed that producer to get this job. That didn't really happen. It's sarcasm. I only let him touch my boob. Other texts in the report show that refs had overinflated Patriots game balls in the past. We already know Tom Brady doesn't like his footballs to be 100% full, therefore it's reasonable to deduce that Mr. McNally would have to let some air out of them, making him a deflator. But any assumption that he deflates them below 12.5 psi is purely circumstantial and cannot be treated as fact. Autocorrect. Because working as the ball boy for the Patriots is not a lucrative career, Mr. McNally is forced to work a second part-time job in order to make ends meet. He spends his Tuesdays and Thursdays working as a hot air balloon technician, where he's responsible for both inflating and deflating these novelty forms of transportation. Because this is a hilarious way for an adult to make a living, his friends tease him for it relentlessly and have nicknamed him the Deflator. Deflator is actually a prescription medication that Mr. McNally takes to help with his high blood pressure. It runs in the family. When he tells Mr. Jastrzemski, Jimmy needs some kicks, come on, help the Deflator, he's urging Mr. Jastrzemski to do something nice for him because it would make him feel at ease and naturally lower his blood pressure, therefore helping the Deflator medication do its job. When Mr. McNally says, Jimmy needs some kicks, come on, help the Deflator, he's asking for help adhering to his strict economic ideology. He knows that if he goes out and buys shoes for himself, he will increase the overall demand for shoes, which we all know could then lead to demand pull inflation, increasing the price of shoes for all future shoe purchasers. Therefore, by asking for the shoes for free, Jimmy does not increase economic demand and therefore lowers or deflates the general price level. Helping the Deflator really helps us all. I could keep going, but it's a half-hour show. If those aren't enough for you, you can always call former head coach Pete Carroll. I'm sure he's got a few conspiracy theories. After the break, things get messy with Deadspin's Greg Howard. That's a pun. Messi is the name of a soccer player. Well, it's his last name. See, his first name is... Welcome back, everybody. Joining me now from the internet, Deadspin staff writer Greg Howard. Hi, Greg.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me,
All
Katie.
the way from the internet.
All the way.
Scary place. We're going to talk about some of the big stories of the week that are relevant, but the first thing I want to talk to you about, since this is the first time we're meeting, is that Jason Whitlock article.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh my God. First of all, how long did that take you to write?
To write, specifically?
Well, to compile.
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months on one thing.
Yeah.
When you push publish on something like that, is it like, okay, here we go?
Well, it was actually funny. I got in a huge argument because we wanted to publish it like a few days before we did. And so like I was like built up, and then we didn't get to publish.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and then so then we published the following one day, and I was like, actually, I don't care anymore. Like I'm a husk now. I have no like tears left.
I have put all of it in, and there's nothing left.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, I probably should reference it. How Jason Whitlock is poisoning ESPN's Black Grantland. If you haven't read it, you should definitely read it. An interesting question that I had or found through reading it: how did you get all of that dirt? Because there is like dirt.
You just ask really nicely. And
That's
then,
it?
Yeah, and then they're like no, and you're like but really, can I have it? And then eventually they're like okay, and
That's a revelation. You just have to go no, but about that thing.
Yeah.
Can I?
No, I mean I think it's like people came to us with it, and so there was really a whole lot of dissent within the Undefeated, and just a whole lot of people in and around ESPN who were really unsatisfied with Jason Whitlock and really care about the project,
right,
and really take ownership of it,
right,
and feel like he's the wrong person for it.
So what's the reaction been? Do you think there's been?
It's been eerily positive.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been
for you.
It's been all good. Yeah.
Incredibly negative for others.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like we didn't. You can't go into it hoping that like you get a guy axed or anything like that. But we didn't expect, John Skipper or any ESPN brass to be like, you know what, you guys might be onto something, and like maybe
nice?
that'll come to pass. But it's not anything we expected.
Moving on, the NBA draft lottery is Tuesday. To me, what's so fascinating is that person you get to choose to rep, like your whole team.
Yeah.
Who would you, I guess, send as your representative?
Kanye.
Yes. It's like you had that ready.
Yeah.
Like obviously Kanye.
I would send Kanye. If there was some situation, and maybe there will be at some point in my life where Kanye can just be my personal representative.
Crossed.
I'm going to send him to all, Kanye is speaking for me now.
I would send.
I'm ready, Kanye.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Right,
Kanye's been waiting for you to be ready, so we're good now. Now it's going to happen. And then lastly, this is going to make people angry, I'm not like a diehard soccer fan, but I know you very knowledgeable about soccer. And what I've been hearing a lot about, Champions League was this past week. I didn't watch, but everyone's talking about Messi. And I feel like, am I going to look back and regret that I didn't watch this amazing athlete in his prime? Is this going to be like finding out, oh, you were alive when Jordan was out there being Michael Jordan and you didn't watch?
Yes, of course. Like, you should. What are you doing?
There's just so many sports.
I mean, he's
so many sports to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, he is. Like, we're a little bit too young for Michael Jordan, right? We like kind of remember when he was a wizard or something.
Whatever.
But like, this is the best soccer player of all time, and like, not of the generation, of all time. And he's like 28, and so he's doing like stuff in his prime. And they played Bayern Munich, and I was like moaning in pain at one of the goals he scored because he made a guy fall, and then he chipped over the keeper, and I was like.
It's a beautiful chip shot.
Yeah.
Is it a chip shot in soccer, the way it would
Sure,
be in golf?
It's whatever you want to call it.
So I can just call it whatever.
We're inclusive.
You are not inclusive. Soccer fans are not that inclusive.
You're right.
You are inclusive.
You're right.
You are
You're
a
right.
nice soccer fan. I would watch soccer with you.
Well, we would make room for you.
That's very nice of you.
But also, like, you should only watch it because you're missing out on, like, it transcends sports at this point. It's like you're watching, like, a great artist or a great beauty.
A perfect way to motivate me is with FOMO. To just be like, Katie, you have to watch or else
we
you're
don't
going to
care
miss
if you
cool...
come,
Exactly.
but you
Okay,
should come.
so I've got to watch Messi.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to do it. Greg, thank you for stopping by and
for
chatting with
having
me. Coming up, I'm on the wrong camera. We talked to a guy who went to Hofstra with me, Chris Weidman. Also, I hear he's like a UFC champion or something like that.
Is he here?
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. This week I sat down with UFC middleweight champ Chris Weidman, who is the nicest guy who punches people in the face for a living in the world. Check it out.
Is anybody sitting here?
Yeah, that's how games work. You buy a ticket and then you sit on the.
Right.
But
So
you're
I'm-
Chris,
I'm
right?
number 2. Yeah, I'm
you're
Chris.
you sit here.
I'm
for
really
now.
number 1. What seat are you in?
I'm in 1, but that's just because that's how this works.
All right.
We both went to Hofstra. When
Yes, we
year did
did.
you graduate?
I graduated a couple times because I'm really smart.
I've only graduated once.
Yeah, it's
So-
embarrassing. I don't know how you have your own show.
I don't either.
I mean, I have to fight for a living and I graduated twice.
So we have to talk about your fight. On Saturday, you're defending your middleweight title against Vitor Belfort.
Yes.
So this guy has failed 2 drug tests?
2 drug tests. I can't control what he's taking. I just know there's an insecurity there, obviously, that he's trying to fill a void. I'm going to find that insecurity when I'm in the cage with him and beat him up.
This fight is UFC 187. Can they stop naming them numbers?
That's a good question. I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's never going to
Like,
stop.
so welcome to UFC 956. It just
Yes.
doesn't roll off the tongue.
They aren't the most creative with the
No.
names, I have to say.
Like if I asked you, who was the headline fight for UFC 66?
I could just BS you. That's about it. I would have no idea.
It was Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz.
Jeez, how do you just know that? That's amazing.
I know, it's so crazy how I just have that in my head.
Yeah.
UFC 91, who was that? UFC 162, who's UFC
That was me. That was me. You tried to trick me.
I wish it worked.
I'm smart.
I have to be honest with you. Please don't be mad. Your nickname is so boring.
I agree.
The All-American.
I'm not mad at you. I denounced my nickname literally 3 years ago. There was another guy named the All-American, and he won a fight. And I'm like, he was like a war hero and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Oh, let him have it.
I'm no longer the All-American. That's his name. I'm done. And then people just didn't pay attention to me. They just kept calling me the All-American.
I came up with a couple options for a better nickname.
Let's hear it.
I feel like you could pick one of these, and then we will tell America that this is your new nickname.
Do you think they'll care now?
Yes, because
Okay.
now you're on an important television program. The first one, where the Weidman things are,
Chris, where the Weidman things are? Weidman?
rolls right off the tongue. Okay, so maybe we don't use that one. There's more.
Okay.
Widespread panic.
Widespread panic.
Luda Chris Weidman.
Just ludicrous is my. I'll take it.
I feel like you don't like any of these. How about wide and seek? Here's a question I'm going to ask you to not throw back at me. How much do you weigh right now at this very moment as we sit here?
You don't ask fighters those questions.
I'm not. Am I really
It's like
not allowed to
asking
ask?
a girl. No, I'm kidding. You can. I'm pretty light right now. 205.
Yeah. So you have to be what? 185.
185.
How do you lose 20 pounds in a week?
pretty complicated. If you had 2 degrees, you'd understand, but maybe I could explain for the other listeners. But basically, you do no sodium, so you don't retain the water, and then you just drink lots of water, flushes out your system, and then 24 hours before you actually make the weight, just do a bunch of sauna workouts, running. You just kind of sweat it out. I'll end up cutting about 10 pounds in 24 hours is what it usually comes down to, which is not that bad.
That's insane.
I've done 32 pounds in 10 days.
That's insane.
But I almost died. I don't recommend that.
So it's hard for you to be 185. What's your food weakness? If you were on death row and you got to choose your last meal, entree, dessert, and beverage, what would it be?
I'm going pizza and bagels. Both
together.
Actually, I have to do together. If I
So
had to
bagel
pick one,
bites.
bagel bites, actually. But big bagels. Dessert, chocolate, just a brownie with vanilla ice cream with hot fudge, peanut butter, somewhere scattered on there.
Safe answer.
Beverage. Well, am I getting put to death?
Yes.
I'm getting put to death, and I need something that's strong.
Yep.
I'll go
Maybe a little
just because
Drano?
I'm from Long Island, I'll go Long Island iced tea.
We're going to play a game now. This game is called Punch Drunk Love.
Okay.
And this is how it works. I'm going to give you 3 people, and then you tell me which person you want to punch, which person you want to get drunk with, and which person you love.
Okay.
Here's the first 3 people. Ronda Rousey, The Rock, and Floyd Mayweather.
Can't say I'm gonna love Ronda Rousey.
No, not like love, like make love. It's like, oh, I love Ronda Rousey. She's great.
Let's go drunk, The Rock,
Yep.
punch Floyd Mayweather,
Yep.
and love Ronda Rousey.
Perfect. Kanye West, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus.
Justin Bieber's getting punched. First time I seen him walk out Floyd Mayweather for his boxing fight, I was like, that dude needs to get punched. Miley Cyrus needs love. And Kanye West, I guess we're gonna get drunk Kanye West.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, kind of want to punch them all.
So yeah, that's all I have for you. I'm wrapping it up because you should probably, you have a lot of weight to lose. You should go hit the sauna.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Get out of here.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh, hey, break a leg.
That's pretty good.
Yay, go Hofstra Pride. Yep, that's our mascot, the Pride. Probably a good thing our football team doesn't exist anymore. Up next, seeing Odell Beckham Jr. in the end zone is great, but seeing him outside of his comfort zone, way better. Welcome back to Garbage Time. As you guys saw earlier in the show, Odell Beckham Jr. stopped by this week. If there's one thing you know about Odell Beckham Jr., it's that he made a ridiculous one-handed catch last season. If there are 2 things you know about Odell Beckham Jr., well, then you must be related to him, because literally all anyone ever talks to him about is the catch. Now that he'll be gracing the cover of Madden NFL 16, I wanted to give Odell a chance to show people that there's more to him than just that one play. And with the series finale of Mad Men airing tonight, what better way to show off OBJ's versatility than to have him read for various parts in the beloved drama. Okay, so whenever you're ready, OBJ, you just hit me with some Don Draper.
The reason you haven't felt it is because it doesn't exist. What you call love was invented by guys like me to sell nylons. Los Angeles is not what you see in movies. It's more like Detroit with palm trees. Remember, Don, when God closes a door, he opens a dress.
Try that line again. Say it like a woman is opening her dress to you. You're very excited.
Remember, Don, when God closes a door, he's opening a dress.
Much better.
She died like she lived, surrounded by the people she answered phones for. One minute you're on top of the world, the next minute some secretary is running you over with a lawnmower.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? Peggy, this isn't China. There's no money in virginity.
Try that one again. Just say it like you believe it. Believe in what you're saying, Joan. You are Joan.
Peggy, this isn't China. There's no money in virginity.
So good.
Hell's bells, Trudy. That's final. You do not speak to me that way. You've never seen me throw a party. Everyone is gonna come home from this and have sex. Am I the only one who can work and drink at the same time?
Keep in mind, he's old, white, and dead.
Perfect. She was born in 1898. I can't. She was born in 1898 in a barn. She died on the 37th floor of a skyscraper. She's basically an astronaut.
I like the way you ad-libbed there. That was good. She's basically an astronaut. That happened. And finally, it's time for our Garbage Time Hero of the Week. This week, it's a Norwegian soccer team attempting to play soccer when all they could see in their goggles was the aerial view of themselves trying to play soccer. So congratulations to soccer on finally finding the thing that will get people to watch. All right, everybody, that's our show. Don't forget, send me questions on Twitter, Facebook, or email. I'll answer them on Junkmail, which airs Wednesdays on my YouTube channel, where you can also find digital exclusives and extras from the show. As always, you can watch this episode and every other episode of Garbage Time ever online at foxsports.com/garbagetime and YouTube. Thanks so much to Greg and Chris and Odell and you. Thanks to you for watching. I think you're pretty swell. Have a great night, and I will see you guys next week.